G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a quad prime 50 cal machine gun with bullets exploding for area damage and 90% reduced weight. So, this is a pretty fairly decent set of legendary effects on the 50 cal machine gun, except for the prefix, alright? This quad prefix, not a fan of this on most heavy weapons. Now, I said most, alright? So, a lot of people have been requesting this ever since I started saying, hey, if you want to see a particular weapon on the channel, be sure to leave your ideas down below. People have been saying, hey, do the quad explosive or quad fire rate 50 cal machine guns, and let me be honest, they're not that good. In fact, as far as Captainoob's concerned, they're both pieces of shit! I can prove it mathematically. Let me go on Whiteboard, this has been a long time coming. Now, as a preface here, I'm going to be comparing it to the gold standard, get it? 50 cal machine gun that I would consider using during day-to-day gameplay. Note the bloody legendary effect at low health gives you a lot more damage per shot than the quad thing. So we're going to get ourselves down to low health in a second, and then I'm going to show you what it's like to mag dump it. Okay, so here's the build I'm going to be using. Note the 3 heavy gunners, demo expert, and bloody mess giving me damage. That's what's important right now. So we're getting 206 out of the bloodied version and 160. Alright, so let me demonstrate exactly how long you can sustain fire for without the quad effect. Ready? And we're going to get a timer out here. As soon as that first number ticks down to 249, that timer's going on, and we're going to figure out how long we can fire this thing without having to reload. Die, Mothman. Generally, targets wouldn't last for this long. That's killed a lot of super mutants at this point, maybe half the health of a My Alert Queen. Swan is definitely dead by this point if we had some sneak into the mix. Still going. Still going. Going still. Less than 40, less than 30, 20 to go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, there. Alright. There you go. In that time, we just mag dumped it. And as you can tell on screen, that was a fairly long time to completely mag dump this thing. It hasn't got the highest rate of fire, but it's not the slowest. It's pretty quick, actually. It's higher than average. But everything of those will be doing 206 damage, right? And the reload is fairly nippy too, right? The question is whether we lose this much DPS when we reload. We'll have to figure out exactly how long that reload takes, and then also how much damage we get per that reload on this, and then we just basically do a bunch of calculations. Don't worry guys, we'll get to gameplay really soon. Okay, welcome to the Whiteboard universe. It's paint.net. I use this for, editing textures and stuff when I'm modding Fallout 4. So here's what we know. We've got the 27.6 time for mag dumping and a 2.7 second reload. So that's them there. We also know the damage for the quad is 160 and the bloodied is 206. The mag size is 250. And we can back this up a little bit later using this. The rate of fire on this is listed as 91, and basically how the game calculates that with automatic weapons, it's a little bit tacky when it comes to the semi-automatics and manually operated weapons, but you can divide that by 10, and that's how many shots you get per second, and it is a reliable thing. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to punch 206. We're going to times this by this. We're going to use some multipliers here. So this is a technically illegal video because now I am multiplying in Fallout 76, or just speaking about Fallout 76. So that's all of our shots with our bloodied mag. That actually equals 51,500. Yes, big numbers. And if we take a look at this, we multiply the mag size by the quad's only mere 160, you get a nice even, if you look at it, 40,000. So the difference between these is 1,150. 11,500 is what the difference is between these things. Obviously, now that you've got the quad, you don't have to reload at 250. So we're trying to figure out whether this reload actually makes the quad stronger. And how we're going to do that is we're going to figure out how much things these do per second. And how we're going to do that is we know the mag dump time. So in 27.6 seconds, full mag dump of 250 rounds, the bloodied one deals 51,500 damage and the quad one deals 40,000, actually. Yeah, 40,000. So that, if you divide this number by that, you get something like, and we've rounded the numbers a little bit here, so, you know, you'll get a little bit more on the, look, it's a lot more concise. I don't want to be writing out irrational numbers here. We'll be here all week. So you get about 1866 DPS there, and you can back that up too, because if you look at this thing, 9.1 shots per second, if you multiply 206 by 9.1, you'll find that I am incapable of writing. You get about 1874, which is not a huge way off this. I think between server lag and just how I've calculated it, because I don't have the creation kit in front of me to actually tell you what these things are, there's a little bit of room for error here, but mainly thing here is that we can verify that we are somewhat accurate. I can't find fault in my logic. If you want to tune me out for being bad at maths in the comments, that's fine. So, the reason why you don't get that much DPS normally is because I'm not considering armor into the equation here. Armor will severely decrease the amount of damage what you can do, but yes, so 1866, and if you want to know how much DPS you get out of your quad variant, you get 1449. And that's just a little bit of a rounding up there. So that's good. So the difference, again, going back to this, is 11,500. We've got to figure out exactly how much DPS we're losing on. Now, what we're going to do here now is we're going to multiply this by 2.7, because this is 1 second's worth of firing, so we've got to multiply that to cover the reload, you see. And we end up getting around, just rounding up a little bit here, 3912, you see. You probably can't see, but you get it. And then what we do now is we subtract this number from that, and that'll show you what the difference is in DPS when we account for one reload, you see. And that equals 7588. So per 250 rounds, you are getting that much more damage out of your bloodied one. So I think that covers the reload, I think. You get a higher sustained DPS with a bloodied one. Obviously, bloodied is very strong and obviously very powerful, and you'll probably find that if you went for a weaker prefix like junkies or aristocrats, you'll get less of a difference here. But in terms of using a quad one for daily or even queen testing and earl testing and such, it's not worth it. You're missing out on 7,500-ish DPS just with 250, and you've got 4 of those mags. How much is that times 4? I'm not a mathematician, but it's a whole lot, so I don't want to think about the damage I'm missing out on here, because that is, the thought is too much to conceive. Anyway, this has been the stupid whiteboard universe. Let's go back to games. So, as a reminder, 71 unspec'd at full health. We can bump that up a little bit more using the perks aforementioned. So, we'll whack on all the heavy gunners, we'll whack on some demo expert, because we've got those explosive bullets, and bloody mess goes on too. We've got ricochet, we've got one gun army for tanking and also crippling stuff, dodgy action girl for tanking, got stabilized because we're going to be in power armor. It's basically the standard run-of-the-mill build. Lock and load can stay. I mean, I could get rid of it, right? But what else am I going to do? That's giving me nothing. We could go pain train. Yeah, let's go pain train. Why not? Let's just run into things and headbutt them, then mow them down with a 50 cal machine gun. Why not? I mean, fireproof is going to protect us a little bit against the explosives. So now we're doing 121, and obviously at full health, the bloodied would be doing the same as well, yes. Okay, welcome back to the Todd Howard universe. Ooh, okay. I guess we'll be aiming in third person because giant power armor arms in the way. That's okay. And let me tell you something. If you feel like you're losing 400 DPS, puts a damper in your... It does put a damper in the video, but that's okay. I'm going to unnecessarily reload this thing a lot. If you want to play a drinking game at home, take a sip every time I reload this thing. You shouldn't get too badly drunk, but maybe like a full thing every time. Wow, that dog just ran off. Not a fan of the 50 cal either. Wouldn't be. So we're killing these guys pretty quick. Won't dispute that. We are in a full set of power armor of the Overeater's variety, and we've got our eating bars up, I think. So we've got a bunch of defense about us. Dodgy helping us out too. I'm kind of wasting my AP jumping around in a jetpack, but I can do it. So, I mean, it's not like it's slow. The 50 cal in itself is an unnecessary reload number 2. It's a decent weapon, but you could be doing so much better than a quad explosive with a quad fire rate. Just get a bloodied or a junkies or an anti-armor's great as well. Aristocrats, you know, get that into you instead. Okay, look, I've got the cursor on the screen. That's going to be annoying, but I'm not gonna walk into this place and get it respawn twice. Look, here's another bad thing about a 50 cal. Let me just... yeah, that's better. Sometimes the weapons you hold at hip height, they don't do very well on, like, hip height stuff. It just hits no real barrel discipline here. You won't find that here. So now we're against big, bad, burly super mutants, and they're taking quite a beating. We're hitting them with a bloody pool noodle, but, you know, hit them enough times and they'll go down. I'm used to my 50 cals being a lot better than this. A lot better, but, you know, we're gathering adrenaline. Maybe a bit of adrenal reaction will come around if they damage us enough. So, you know, we could only go up from here. I'm guessing that might be full adrenaline now. We'll try to go for headshots here just to maximize damage potential. If we can. Trying not to get distracted by my own bloody cursor on the screen. Don't worry, I'll Alt F4 after I'm done recording this. And then we'll come back fresh with a new hidden this application. I just went into my shadow play to adjust the microphone a little bit because I noticed there's a bit of peaking going on and that's not very nice to listen to. Also backed it off a little bit. So it gets through the doggers pretty nicely, I suppose. This guy has decided to bring his fists. I think we actually saw the effects of Tenderizer there. So it was hitting him for 120 before, and then after Tenderizer kicked in, we got another about 20-ish damage, and that's worth its bloody weight in gold when we're using a quad version. I don't really see the advantage of already maximizing the magazine. You've got 250 already. I've proven it already. I don't need to talk about it, but there's nothing. I mean, possibly the giant magazine will help you tag stuff if you just want to bounce explosive stuff along the walls and everything at the Radiation Rumble event, but you know, a regular one, a bloodied explosive one would do that just fine. There's enough downtime in here to get a 2.7 reload in, and it's super quick, so I don't know, it's just like there. We've still got 560, so I'll neglect reloading yet, but there's just nothing that this weapon does that's well. Its ammo capacity is fine enough. You don't need to slap quad onto it. Alright, looks like there's a bunch of tools in the shed. Better go clean them up. And we will go all bloody D-Day on this. What are you doing in here, Radroach? Yeah, take that. Wouldn't rather a quad bash damage. I quite like explosive. Also, yeah, we can headbutt the ghouls. Come here, mate. That's a good tackle. You can hear it. I quite like the sound that it makes. I kind of wish they would alter the perk a little bit and expand the sounds that it makes, because whatever you hit, it makes the same noise, right? But if you can make a real fleshy, soft and squishy sound after you hit a ghoul, I reckon that'd be unreal. Right. Looks like the tour is going to be cut a little bit short here. We've got, what is that, just over 60%, or basically right on it. And who's the big boy down here? They're dabbing. Get out of here. I saw a legendary there, which I just realized I'm on a Fallout World server, so no matter. I guess I could just keep firing this. I'm just going to keep shooting at the table. We'll make use out of this massive mag capacity. Really don't like the table today. Not a fan. And if anything comes close, we'll just shoot at the ground. We'll use the explosive damage to get them. That's a much better angle. All of these numbers showing up. Yeah, it's very nice. Keep going. That is Rad Scorpion? What are you doing here? I guess he heard all the commotion, had to come in and have a look. Still not done. We'll keep on firing, why not? That one didn't even get a chance to mutate. What did he have on him? Exterminators, T45. Yeah, nah. I'm happy with the Overeater's Strangler Heart power armor I got now. There we go. I think we crippled his legs just in time for him to dying. He didn't have to live for it for too long, but, you know, made him pay for it. Alright. We in caution now. Still in danger. There's something out there still. There you are. Come back here. Where you going? Oh, you little bastard. Oh, you went inside the locker. Well, yeah, okay. Thought that one was alive again because the explosions were kicking its corpse around. And we're still not in danger. We are still actually in danger. Oh, they're just crawling out the walls now. Really giving into that stealth playstyle today, the ghouls. Proud of them. They're evolving. Alright, we've got a bit of accuracy about us thanks to stabilize, so there's no reason why we shouldn't just snipe at them, right? Very nice. You know, it'd be funny if they ever were to release a scoped heavy gun, because with stabilize, you can get them really accurate, and if you could, you know, just mess around with a long-range weapon, and I'm not talking about the harpoon gun, that's garbage, like a long-range sort of machine gun type setup, right? Don't fire your bloody plasma snot balls at me, I've got better things to do than worry about that. Crazy laser gun guys around, we'll just fire shots in his direction. I mean, there's no reason not for me to just let go of the trigger. I mean, there's less reason. I can just, like, start firing whenever I want. But I may as well make use out of this quad effect. If I can't spam, like, this thing like I've J-tagged my Xbox 360 playing Call of Duty, then why can't I mean, what other fun am I going to have out of this? Making pool noodle jokes? Making Toyota Prius jokes? Could do that. There we go. Little bit of sneak. Swan goes down fairly easily. And let's see if this 690 rounds will get us all the way past the Milo Queen. Here's hoping. If anything, we'll be able to bloody stagger these crabs. Mainly the kings. We'll just stagger them in place and then that'll be nice. We'll try to utilize the... Hey, you've got a 50 cal as well. No, it's not allowed. I've got the 50 cal. No copycats allowed. Or we could just like AC 130 this. You're watching the epitome of skill right now. I just need a Tesla. I used one yesterday, so I can't use it again, you see. What else? Got a crab in there. May as well keep the AC 130 thing going. We've got dodgy. We could probably make better use of our time and AP. Should focus on the big thing here. There we go. Down she goes, and now we'll find her face. She's not having a good day. Yeah, she's getting repeatedly knocked on her ass. There we go. Down already. How many bullets did that take? Wasn't watching. Rewind and tell me. I'm interested to know. And if you do that, you get some cookies. There's my price. Oh, hello. You're gonna stagger me with your fire axe, are ya? A thing meant to chop down timber and burning wooden blocks and not power armor suited to stopping some bullets. Sure. I mean, we may as well keep our health at this threshold so we can get slightly more damage. Adrenal reaction is nice. Is that a stealth boy? Oh, yeah. Yeah, take that. I would own in PvP with this. I wouldn't stop firing. I reckon I'd get him. Are you gonna die near the shit pile? Ah, what a horrible way to die. Anyways, I'll keep on shooting this thing. I mean, we've got the accuracy and the sort of the range, so we'll just like keep shooting at it. Not a great idea. I don't know if it works on legendary explosive bullets, but it'd be nice if it did. And we're not using Gauss explosions here, so I'm guessing no. But occasionally you'll see a little bit of extra numberage pop up. If I hit it towards the center of the monster, it appears to do a better job against it. You've mutated, so that's good. Just keep shooting ya. Yeah. Well, like, this is a pretty brainless way to play. Also, very ammo intensive. Again, I'd rather just be, like, carefully placing my shots with the bloodied one and getting a few decent hits in and dropping the targets. But I suppose if you want to turn your brain off and pretend that you're a stealth plane super jet AC 130 gunship, that's totally necessary. That's why I love playing Fallout Worlds, because I do lots of dumb stuff. Because I don't use stealth boys anyway, right? So, may as well use them here. Most worthless purpose possible. There we go. Now we're finally on a nerd rage. And what's all that with that? Oh, 194. We're still 12 damage off of what the Bloodied was doing without adrenaline. But, you know, we're getting closer. Potentially, if you wanted to run a quad explosive at nerd rage threshold, you could do that. But why would you want to do that when you could just run a Bloodied one at nerd rage threshold, get a bunch of extra damage, and not have to worry about using so much ammo in the meantime? I mean, ammo can be considered cheap these days thanks to Ammo Factory anyway, but I've got damage to make. I can't fill up my legendary perks with those things. So there you have it. Quad explosive 50 cal machine gun. And now you know my thoughts towards it. Don't bother. There's a couple of weapons that I think are good with quad. Harpoon guns, gamma guns, to an extent 10 mils because they've only got a 12 mag capacity. Certainly not miniguns, 50 cal machine guns, Gauss miniguns, Gatling lasers, Gatling plasmas, ultrasight Gatling lasers. You get what I mean. You've got good ammo capacity already. You may as well bolster its DPS somewhat, right? Yes. Well, the numbers speak for themselves. And that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Pray I don't have to enter the Whiteboard universe again.